Hello everyone. Hi. Um this is kind of difficult for me. I hate I hate being like this vulnerable. I hate being this uh exposed and out in the open asking for help. It makes you feel so naked. It makes you feel so powerless. But well, I'm staying in an Airbnb and I've been able to stay here for about the last maybe 3 weeks or so. I'm very grateful. It's the cheapest one in the area, and it's, well, that's because I room with like six men, so that's why. But I can get a discount and stay again for another week, but I have to pay for an entire week up front, and I'm just really at this time asking the universe for some help. I feel like pride is probably not the best way to go about it. And being like, so sometimes just admitting you need help is like, well, it's hard, but it's also, well, it's fucking hard, and it's humbling, and it's embarrassing sometimes. Anyway, I guess I'm at this point a couple days away from having to be in a shelter. There's no way I could live in my car again. It's like 110 degrees today in the desert, something like that. There's like zero chance that I could stay in my car. What is it? Yeah. It's pretty warm. It's a pretty warm one. 108. 108. So I've done a lot of free readings and energy healings and collective messages, and I never was materially inspired. I've never been motivated by money ever. That's not why I did this. I started this career in channeling messages from the Holy Spirit because I died in 2019, and I had to. The alternative was be dead. When I went to the other side, I was told, sure, you can come back, but you're going to work for me now, meaning God, the Almighty. And so I've been on my journey since 2019, and it's been up and down, and mostly down. But lately, I've been getting this feeling that the collective is about to turn a new leaf and things are about to get better, especially financially for Divine Feminines. I'm really hoping that's the case. That's what I've been channeling, and that's what other readers have been channeling as well. So I think at this time, I'm being humbled and asking for some help. It's been by God's mercy and God's grace up to this point that I've even been able to sustain myself, because again, I'm not materially driven. I don't, as much as I do paid readings, it's not like that's the reason for my channel. A lot of readers do. I wouldn't even judge. People have bills to pay, but I would say 90% of my content is free for the collective, and so I've helped the spiritual community a lot over the past few years. Now, it's starting to become like more and more obvious to me as to what has been the problem up to this point financially for me and a lot of Divine Feminines. And that's another message that I recently relayed to women yesterday, was that we're so energetically connected and tied to people that, well, quite honestly, take from the Divine Feminine energy, but then rarely give back. And I've been doing a lot of cord cutting, and I've been noticing that my energy is being restored, and a lot of women in here, the same thing, that when you cut cords, and I'm not even going to call these people energy vampires. I'm not, because a lot of them are very loving, empathic people. What is the real problem is not that person. The real problem is that there are so many energy cords binding you and that person together that you don't realize it's an invisible bond, and it's become a problem. Like, you're leaking energy into that person, and they have no other choice but to utilize it. you know, I'd probably do the same thing. Like if I didn't know that somebody was just feeding me energy all day, I'd probably use that shit. I'd use it to my advantage as well. But that was the message yesterday, is that a lot of us are doing cord cutting and realizing that some just don't deserve it. Some don't deserve it. And that is a big thing, because if you don't do that spiritual maintenance, if you don't cut cords and remove people from your energy, you can end up feeling like drained, bedridden, sick, losing jobs, losing all of your wealth, you know? So there is going to be an energy transfer, a wealth transfer happening between the divine masculines and the divine feminines soon. That's what the message was yesterday. And I am one to take spirit at its word. For years, I've been listening to the Holy Spirit. When I'm told to do something, I do it. It doesn't always lead to the most like productive 3D physical world. So for me, yeah, my world could look a lot better, but we'll see what happens. I just wanted to ask for help. If anybody here has ever benefited from my readings, if there's ever been a time that my Reiki or the energy healing or creating a safe space in my live streams, if there's ever been a time when you felt that I helped you in some way, yeah, because I have expended quite a lot of energy into the spiritual community. And again, I was never motivated by money. The reason I even charge for my readings at all is because I do believe in equal energy exchange. I do believe that if someone gives a lot of their time and energy to transmute someone's pain, or give advice, or guide someone, that they should definitely be compensated for that. However, that's never been the top priority, and my world shows it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I really, at this time, could definitely use your help. I could definitely use some help. Even just a prayer, a good intention, light a candle for me, something, just a good intention, you know? Just even an email saying, I love you, keep your chin up. Like, I just anything at this time, like, energetically speaking, I have been through the ringer recently, and I guess sometimes you do get knocked to rock bottom, and sometimes you have to be humbled. And there's nothing wrong with being humbled. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Like, we're all at the mercy of the universe. Every last one of us. Even if you have a stable job. Even if you have a stable job, a 9-to-5, and tons of money in the bank. I mean, look at 2019, huh? Look at COVID. Look at 401ks. Look at 2008, the housing market. We're all at the mercy of the universe. So I guess there's really nothing more to say. It's humbling. I'm embarrassed. I don't really love having to ask for help at all. Nobody would. But it is something that in this line of work, in this nature of work, God takes care of me. God's people that love me, who feel called and inclined by the Holy Spirit to reach out and assist me, they're the ones that get blessed infinitely by the universe and continue that on. So I am just asking because, well, I really do need it. In 2 days I'll be homeless again. Technically I'm already homeless, but I'll be living in my car. This time I'll have to go to a shelter. It's too hot. There's no way I can live in my car. So yeah. We'll see what happens. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But yeah, the Airbnb I'm staying at, it's nice. I mean, it's nice enough. You know, there's a bed and a TV and a air conditioner, and running water and a bathroom, and that right there, for a girl who's lived in her car for a long time, trust me, the running toilet is the biggest blessing of all of it. And you know what I'm talking about if you have to go into McDonald's and sanitize the toilet seat every time you sit down to piss. You know what I'm talking about. So the Airbnb host, last time I talked to her, she offered a discount for me if I could pay an entire week up front. And by the skin of my teeth, I don't even know how I did it. I actually couldn't pay all of it, but she was pretty much kind enough to give me a one-time, like, she was like, it's okay, just a little bit, and for that 1 week. So she gave me a little bit of a discount, but I had to pay an entire week up front, so we'll see. But like, this is the coolest part about where I'm at in my life. I really do believe that the universe is infinite, in that if we continue to speak abundantly and we continue to see our provisions met, we keep continuing to see the universe provide for us. You see money in your bank account, you see things happening in your favor. It doesn't matter which way it comes. And if I just keep being optimistic and positive about it, it doesn't matter which way it comes, it will be taken care of for me. And I really do think that about God. I really do think that God takes care of his children. Really. I've been taken care of this whole time. Even technically when I was home and like homeless living in my car, I was still technically taken care of. I had a really awesome friend that she would allow me to park on her street corner, on her street curb, so that I had a legal place to park. That was really sweet. And sometimes she'd let me come in and like grab a granola bar and an apple for breakfast. Like, there have been so many sweet people at rock bottom that it's sometimes, and I really do say this because a lot of you starseeds and empaths, you guys have to do something similar soon. Like, you have to leave people behind. And it looks like this. It looks like, oh my God, but where am I going to go though? But I really want to tell you that at rock bottom, you can find so many beautiful things and people and experiences that sometimes it doesn't even feel like rock bottom. I mean, technically when you're sanitizing a McDonald's toilet seat, yeah, that's not the greatest part. But sometimes rock bottom doesn't feel like rock bottom if you know that it won't last forever. It's not going to last forever. It can't. It literally cannot last forever, especially when I speak life over myself and I look at my bank account and I imagine better and bigger, mainly bigger. And so I know that going forward, there's not going to be poverty in my future. I refuse. And I believe that the universe is a loving God, a loving source. And I do not believe that people suffer forever. I don't believe that. Good people will not suffer forever, period. The ones that I work for, right, the holy angelic teams that I call on quite regularly, they refuse. They refuse to sit here watching me suffer anymore. So the beauty of it is, I channeled a message the other day about us being closer in the angelic realms. We're all so much closer to higher vibrational energies. And so because we're in the angelic realm, a lot more angelic frequencies are going to start wanting to help us and wanting to utilize their Holy Spirit gifts to help us as well. So as we are messengers, well, I mean, I'm a messenger. I assume you guys are too. Those who have benefited from my channel, I think you're prophets as well. Now people are going to be returning the favor, and that's the message I got, that the angelic frequencies that are entering the planet are so much more loving than the reality we were in before. Very generous, very greedy, I mean, and lacked humility. And now we're entering a phase of life where people are a lot more generous, and they understand quid pro quo. They understand that giving is receiving, and receiving is giving. If you don't receive, you can't really give either. Think of that. If you don't receive, you don't really have anything to give, right? So it really is a balance. It's an equal energy exchange, and it's going to be happening all across the planet. You're going to see that. In fact, yesterday after I told you guys that I was breaking up with my ex, he showed up in a dream. And it was the most, he'd never shown up like that in a dream ever. And it was like this long ass astral plane / dream / lucid dream thing. And he was saying basically what I said this morning, I think it was, the divine masculines are going to be very much changing their tune. They have to help the collective. They have to help the divine feminine. And that's exactly what he was saying. So I just really thank you guys for the support up to this point. Whatever happens, happens. I'm leaving it in God's hands, you know. And this is one thing that a lot of people who are homeless, or you've been evicted like me. I was evicted in January. I went through such a harsh karmic cycle. I went through so much spiritual warfare. I couldn't transmute it all. I couldn't leave darkness behind fast enough. I couldn't clear the dark energy that was being sent my way fast enough. So I was like bedridden. I had like no energy for 2 to 3 days straight. I was just not doing very well, and it showed. My bank account started dwindling, and yeah, I had an eviction in January, and so I've been homeless since January. But again, not everything lasts forever. Like, there's no way that I could be homeless forever. It's zero chance that I'm gonna be homeless forever. So, contrary to what most people I think in here, that the ones that don't like me very much, yeah, it won't happen. I won't be homeless forever. Going through a phase, and it's a thing, but eventually it will be better. So God's got me, and I know this. And this is the best part about rock bottom, is you learn over and over and over again while you're pissing at McDonald's with a sanitized seat. God has got you. God's got you. I still had a toilet, right? Like, I still had clean drinking water, right? I bought gallons of water at the store. It's like, I still was okay. You know, had a place to park. I mean, I really wish that I had a house instead, but what I'm getting at is there's going to be such a shift, such a change soon for Divine Feminines, and I'm thinking that I'm just so tuned into that Divine Feminine collective that you see the Divine Feminine collective represented in me. So what I go through vocally and out loud in front of everybody is what the Divine Feminines go through secretly and behind closed doors. I'm just a representation of the Divine Feminine collective on the planet right now. And it's not fair what's been happening to them. They're too beautiful. They're too beautiful. They're too gorgeous. And that's it. Period. End of story. They're too beautiful. And the Holy Spirit is not about to let them suffer at all. So I am just asking for help. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. Maybe just say a prayer or don't. It's fine. But for those of you that I have helped, and those of you that I've been channeling for a really long time, if you've ever felt the need to maybe pay it forward, now would really be like an amazing time. Yeah, like an amazing time for that, because, well, in 2 days I'm homeless again. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you for loving me. Thank you for watching my readings too. Yeah, my pick a cards. I really want to get back into pick a cards now that I have like more of a like a table in an established room and stuff. I can actually do pick a cards, and it feels just more like legit, more professional. And I really want to get back to my pick a cards. I know you guys like those. Those are my favorite too. I absolutely love pick a cards. Yeah, so fucking cool. And I've noticed too that in the pick a cards, the channel messages that come through, you guys have grown so much and evolved so much that the readings now blow my fucking mind. Like, when I channel 2 or 3 choices, I go through an ego death that night. I cry, or I shift. I go through a huge transition because the energy that you guys are, like, I'm tuning into is so potent that my egoic self can't even sustain itself and be around you. Like, I can't even be around you anymore if I'm not my higher self. So I love pick a cards. Those are my favorite. I really want to get back into that, into the swing of things with pick a cards. Yeah. Everybody's been asking me for those lately. Oh, those make me so happy. And live streams make me happy too, but these can be very energetically draining. Well, they used to be. They're not going to be soon because there's a changing of the guards. I made about 5 or 6 new mods yesterday. So we've got 5 or 6 new moderators in here, and they're all high vibrational. They give a shit, and they keep this place safe, and it won't feel like an energy drain anymore. It'll just feel like girls having fun. Divine Feminines just having a good time talking about the next phase of our life. So, yeah, I think it's really great. I think there's a lot of things that are going to be good on the horizon. And right now, this is a struggle. This is my main weak point. Paying for this damn Airbnb. Well, first of all, I probably shouldn't call it a damn Airbnb. I should probably be grateful that it exists. It is the cheapest one in the city. But that's because I room with 6 guys. 6 men who don't know how to put the toilet seat down, but whatever. I at least have a toilet seat, you know? There's that. So, But yeah, the reason it's the cheapest around is because it's a hostel. It's a very budget friendly, low cost place to live for travelers. So I'm very grateful. Very grateful. So yeah, the lady last time, she was really sweet. She was like, I'll hook you up. I'll give you a little bit of a discount. She knew my situation. I was struggling a lot then. And she's like, I'll hook you up. Not a big deal, but I need a whole week up front. And I like got to midnight the night before I had to have checkout the next night. And I was like $15 short or something. She's like, it's not a big deal. Whatever. She's really sweet. And I don't know. I haven't talked to her about this time around, but I'm assuming it's the same. But God's good. Like, God's got me. And this is one thing that really, my faith is so strong. Oh, it's like 100% strong. I will be okay. 100% will be okay. And God's people will be okay. You guys might be going through the desert right now, figuratively speaking. For me, it's much more literal. You might be going through the desert, but Moses was taken care of when his ass got out of Egypt, you know? He was leading people out. He was leading good people out of Egypt, out of the ego, out of slavery of the mind, and leading him and his people to a better place. Sometimes there's a little bit of a like a shit phase. There's a little bit of like a oh fuck phase, you know? But then after that, everything will be great. It'll be great. It'll be alright. I'm sure someday soon, maybe I'll have like a mansion and a Maserati and a really sexy guy in my arm. I don't know. Life's gonna get good soon, I think. But point is, if I've ever helped you up to this point, ever, you never want to return the favor. Just know that, I would be so grateful, and I'm asking that the universe bless you tenfold, because why not? I'd love to manifest that for you too. As soon as I see something come in, like a prayer or an email or a donation, I would just be like, wow, okay, may this person have this. Actually, I would love for you guys to tell me what you're trying to manifest in your life. And I want to just like also help you get that too. In my own head, I want to visualize you getting that thing. So thank you for supporting me up to this point, guys. Thank you. It's okay. It was for the longest time an embarrassment. Being homeless, it's not fun. That's not fun. Having an eviction on your record, that's not fun. Having been taken to court this year, that's not fun. But I won at court, by the way. In case you guys don't know my story, I actually manifested free rent last year. I had a legal binding contract for free rent. I manifested free rent. Yes, in the year 2023, bitch, I manifested free rent. And so, when I started still getting the bill every month, though, I was like, it's okay. He's gonna erase it because I have a lease and it says $0 on the first of the month. It's blank. There's nothing there. And so imagine my shock when, like, at Christmas, like on Christmas, I think it was like on Christmas Day, actually, I get an eviction notice from the sheriff. And I was like, what the actual fuckaroni is this? Like, what? And I called my landlord. I was like, what is this? And he's like, oh yeah, I'll see your ass in court. And it was like $5,000 and then $3,000 in court fees. And I was like, bro, after what I made in 2020, I was like, that would take me an entire year to pay back. That is ridiculous. There's no way. So I started manifesting a win in court. And well, it doesn't take much to win in court when you have a legal document that says you don't have to pay anything. So even though I was evicted, it wasn't because I owed anything. I actually won. I didn't have to pay any of that back because it was free rent. And it was a legal binding contract. So there are ways. God will always provide. Always. Some of you might be envious about that or a little jealous that I can do that and that I teach others to do the same thing. I don't give a fuck. God is the imagination. Imagination is God. God's people, those who live in imagination, those who live in God, are allowed to have whatever the fuck they want. And so that will be happening going forward. God's people will be getting exactly as they want because they are blessed and holy and divine. So either way, I had to really face the fact for the last 6 months that, like, it's an embarrassing thing. It's not fun to talk about homelessness. It's not fun to talk about poverty. You know, it's not fun to be in poverty. But the spiritual war is almost over. It's nearly over for me. Now that the veil is thinning and people can see through the veil, and you're starting to see shit like ghosts and UFOs and aliens and shit like that, it's like, it's not really hard for us to imagine a better life for ourselves either. So the war is almost over for me. I'm hoping it's almost over for you guys. The collective that I read for, it's almost over for you. It's about here, babe. It's about here. That promised land is on the fucking way. Now, if any of you, in like in the story of Exodus, when Moses, he was leading people to the promised land, to a better future, right? And some people were defectors, and some people were like, fuck this, I didn't want to be here. I don't like it. I like the food better in Egypt. Deuces, I'm out. Okay, bye. Bye. You liked the ego that much. You liked imprisonment in your own head that much. Okay, bye. I personally would much prefer being homeless temporarily for a short time, knowing that I am at least free in the mind to create a better world for myself. Not having an abusive ex-husband anymore, or a narcissistic friend, or a family member that hates my guts, you know? And just trusting and relying on God. I can't help that it's easy for me. I can't help that I'm fine with it. Like, I love God. God saved my life several times. Why would he stop now? Period. Why would God stop now? Like God does everything for me because he loves me. Why would he stop now? So that's why I'm not worried at all. I think that people, because they saw me in that old phase, and then they look at me now and they're like, yeah, right. Like, you're still worried. Don't lie to me. No, I think you're worried. I think you have projections. I think that there's an entire collective that is worried, but an entire new collective that I'm shifting into that is not worried. And you know that God has you all the time. It's just that people watch your transition. They watch you and they do not believe you when you say you've grown. They do not believe the shift and the growth that you've had internally, because externally it looks the same. You're physically the same. Your 3D reality looks the same until it doesn't. Until one day that shit won't look the same. Period. Doing readings from my car and somebody else's home in an Airbnb, well, I'm grateful for it, but like one day it'll be my own place. You'll see it. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It has to happen. It's like, good people don't deserve to suffer forever, you know? And I know that I'm a good person. So I'm a good person because I'm a God person. And if God is good, and God's the only one that's good, and I follow God, then I can call myself a good person. That's literally how I see myself. I literally see myself as a good person. So it no longer matters how anybody else views us, collective. It doesn't matter. They could be like, oh my God, you're so stupid. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear you. You're not good. You're evil. Whatevs. They can call you whatever they want to call you. What do you call you? What do you think about you? You know? And so for me, being homeless, like, one of my biggest things was like the judgment that I knew I was facing every single day being that way, being homeless. But I'm not my bank account. I am not where I live. Okay? I'm not the clothes I wear. I'm not the way I look. I'm not any of that. I'm not my family. I'm not my eviction notice. I'm not any of that. And that is what a lot of people need to start realizing. You are not your circumstance. You're not. Sometimes shit things happen to beautiful people, you know? But eventually good things will happen to beautiful people, you know? I'm just here for that. I'm so excited to see what that means for us going forward. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for being here. One day at a time, right? Exactly. Thank you. Wow, Manya, you are really on it with the with that wrench, girl. Thank you so much, by the way. Oh, what's your story, Jenna? How'd you get to this point? I had to go. Look, I wanted to be the best advice giver, the best spiritual advisor. I literally affirm for it all the time by saying I'm the best tarot reader on the planet. And I don't say it to blow smoke up my ass. I say it because it's true. Now, you cannot get to be the best in something without experience. You can't lead other people out of something if your ass didn't get into the shit situation that they're in. So how then will you be the best at spiritual advising? How then will you be the best at coaching, at guiding, at channeling, at helping people spiritually? How then will you if you never have a spiritual involvement at all with the spirit realm? So I had my near-death experience in 2019, and ever since that day I was psychic. But I had to come into my gifts. Like, I had to learn why my gifts are the way they are. I had to learn how to hone them, how to make sure no one steals them, siphons them. They can't really steal them, but somebody can try to block them. I had to learn Jesus. Well, I had to learn Jesus. I just saw that exhaust from that car and I'm like, wow, man, that is gross. But yeah, I went through the dark night of the soul. For about 13 years, I've been in the dark night of the soul, and I've been learning telepathy and energy boundaries, and I'm a psychic medium, so I was learning how to help people channel and help people with crossing over loved ones and a whole bunch of cool shit. It's the best gig in the whole world. It is literally the best job that has ever existed ever. But I was going through an initiation before the rest of the world was like waking up to what really is reality. I was a few years ahead of my time, and so I had to like really go through darkness and poverty and like real bad shit in order to be able to help other people get through real bad shit. Like, I'm going to be able to show you hopefully one day how easy it is. It is easy. Just have a fucking positive mindset. Even at rock bottom, 2 days away from living in a shelter, and I'm like, you know what, it's fine. Because I know that it doesn't make me who I am. You know what I mean? Same when people bully me for my weight. Like, that doesn't make me who I am. Trolls and their hatred doesn't make me a bad person. My excess weight doesn't make me a bad person. The things I talk about doesn't make me a bad person. Literally nothing makes me a bad person unless I say I'm a bad person. So there's been like a lot of psychic and spiritual warfare up to this point that I did not know how to maneuver. I didn't know how to manage, and I didn't know yet how to help my clients either. I had to really go into the dark night of the soul and figure that shit out. How are you going to help anybody if you don't even know what the fuck darkness is? Like, how are you going to help anybody if you don't know the struggle? Like, you can't. It's ignorance to even believe it. So every time I would affirm, like, I'm the best reader, I'm the best coach, I'm the best spiritual advisor, I'm the best. Okay, be careful what you wish for, bitch. Because you will have to go through some of the darkest times of your entire fucking life so that you can see the darkness and overcome that shit as God. You are the light in the darkness. But, like, watch out, because if you keep affirming, I'm the best at this, like, you got to be really good. You're gonna have to be really good. And I didn't like, with my business, with my tarot business and my spiritual readings and things, I didn't like a phase of my life where I was still taking money from clients when I didn't know yet how to transmute the energy. So I had to stop. At my higher self level, I had to stop accepting a lot of clients into my life because I could not help them. And at a soul level, I just felt like utter shit, taking money from someone knowing I couldn't help them. So I became impoverished. And in January, I got evicted. But now, through the 6 months that I've been homeless, I'm looking at myself like, damn, I actually am that bad bitch, though. I really fucking am amazing, though. I really am. Like, I am. And that I am presence is why I now feel more confident than ever in doing what I do and getting back in there. Getting back in the ring, Bush. I'm going to get back in there and school some demons. I eat demons for breakfast, honey. Delicious. Very, very highly nutritious. So I'm not worried for me going forward into the new earth. Like, I'm almost there. I can see it. I can see clearly that something good is about to happen for me. But for the rest of the world that's going through what I went through, it's just like people just now are waking up to the fact like, oh shit, wait, a spiritual world? What do you mean? Like, wait, ghosts? What? Aliens? What? Manifestation? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? You control your reality with your mind. What? Yeah. So now I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm finally okay in my life, but the rest of the world's in utter shock. So this is why a lot of us spiritual leaders, we are being called to go back in. Like, sign me up, coach. Put me back in the matrix. I already squashed that shit once. Put me back into it. I'll be fine. I'll be all right. I ain't worried. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I've seen demons. I've literally had shadow people possess me. I've been raped by a spiritual, by a an incubus once. I've had ET, like what I suspect to be stole my eggs, my literal eggs in my reproductive system. You know, like I've had ET do that. I've had hordes of flies. I've had, demonic attack. Like, I've seen people's face morph right in front of me, girl. It's the weirdest shit. I've seen some crazy stuff. Astral travel, the Council of Light. I've seen angels, demons, like that. That's why it's the coolest. It's the coolest gig on the planet. But there's not much money involved in it. I've never done this for money. I'm not money motivated. What motivates me in a day is knowing that this world is about to go through the shock of a lifetime, through the shock of an age. Okay? And I just want to be a mentor that I never had. I want to be that strong figure that nobody had, that I didn't have and nobody else has. I really want to share my story, share my testimony, talk about the absolute bullshit I've been through and how to get out of it. And I know God hasn't failed me yet. He's going to do just that. Pull me out of the darkness and then I'll have a story to tell. It'll be really great. You can buy the book one day. But right now, currently speaking, in 2 days, in the physical world, in human times, 2 days, I'll be in a homeless shelter. And I don't think that that's what I want. I don't think that's what I want. So I'm gonna just keep in my mind, I guess, affirming that the opposite is true. Like, I don't have to. I can actually pay for my stay. I can pay for my Airbnb because God's so good. Like, always takes care of me, you know? And if I've ever helped you and I've ever motivated you and kept you going on this journey and you've ever wanted to help pay it forward, please know that, like, oh my God, you'd probably make me cry. Like, if I were to get help at all from any of you, I would cry. I legit would, because when you have nothing, everything is reason to celebrate. Like, everything now in my life at rock bottom with nothing, no family, no friends, no kitchen even to cook things, no nothing. Like, I cannot even remember. Actually, one Airbnb I stayed at, a lady, she was a first generation here from Kenya, and that's the last home cooked meal I had. And that was like a month ago maybe. And she was so sweet. She literally made me a traditional Kenyan dish, her and her daughter. And they came up to my room and asked, "You want to come down for dinner? We want to show you what Kenyan food is." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Like, that's so not how it works normally at an Airbnb, because this was a very professional thing. But that's just another thing. Like, God always takes care of me. Always. Good people take care of good people. And so I'm not worried. I'm literally not worried. My story is about to be well known. People will know me. If you don't want to, that's cool. You can unsubscribe, but you will know me. Now, the irony is, yesterday somebody said that in the chat. They're like, "Oh, you'll know me. You'll remember me." And I said, dude, the ones that will be remembered are the ones that don't care to be remembered. At this point in my life, I'm not living for me. I'm living for Jesus. I'm living for Christ. I have been picking up my cross and following him. I've been doing that for a minute, honey. I've been saved for 13 years. So this is not my first rodeo. It's just that I had to be really, really, really tested. I had to be strong. I had to look at spiritual shit that, like, most people They don't even know the spirit world exists, let alone the shit that I've faced. And I recently met my twin flame. My twin flame came into my life in the physical world, like in the real world. And I was just so shocked to hear this guy talk about his spiritual initiation. In the spirit realm, the stuff that he faced as a psychic medium. And it was like, I've never met anybody so spiritually inclined in my entire life but myself. And so now, having known him, knowing that he exists, I just know life is going to get better. It just feels so much better knowing that there are masculines out there, ladies. They're believers, okay? The whole world is not full of people who just think you're insane, okay? In fact, he told me he constantly gets called a schizophrenic and crazy all the time. It was just so nice, both of us having someone to talk to about, like, yeah, I see dead people. Okay. Like, okay, that's the least of my worries. Okay. Yeah, like, it was just really nice to be able to have somebody that you can share that with and them never look at you as crazy. Like, it was the best feeling in the world when he told me that he remembers 4 of his past lives. Yeah, he was like, he just said it so openly in the live stream when he showed up here. He was just like, yeah, I saw a dead Confederate soldier in my living room. So it's like, that's a thing. Uh-huh. Right. Okay, call me. Fun. Yeah, and then I remember one time too, he told me his favorite movie was Ghostbusters. I was like, bitch, yes, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm just so happy I met him, and my life has just been so much better. I have so much more hope since meeting that guy. We don't even talk. It was so intense. We both kind of just split up. We agreed to part ways, and it's cool. That's fine. That's okay. It's just there's so much beauty on the horizon for me, and I know it. Oh, I know it. And the messages that I channel for the Divine Feminine too, like, oh, I know it. I know you're about to be blessed. You guys are so fucking innocent. Everything you do is filled with unicorn farts and rainbows. I know you're going to be blessed. You cannot be that innocent of a person and be tortured forever. Like, you just can't. You cannot work for the Holy Spirit, be persecuted day in, day out. Ooh, you're a Satanist. Ooh, you're a devil. Nah, fuck you. You cannot be that innocent, working for God, working for light, working for the kingdom of God 24/7 and not be blessed for it, bitch. Eventually, the 3D matrix has to fucking conform. Period. So, I brought in my twin flame about maybe a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks now. I'm not sure, something like that. And when he came into my life, I had just gotten a love confessional from my ex in the same like couple days. So I was like, oh my God, all this divine masculine energy. What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do? Choose the one that is loving. That's what a girl's to do. Choose the one that spirit wants for you, but whatever. Point is, there's so much hope on the horizon for divine feminines. And I see it now. I see it so clearly. The 3D world right now, people judge mine because it looks like, oh, she's just homeless and she's fat. Okay, way to have eyeballs. Congratulations. Aren't you a superstar? So as much as the 3D reality looks a certain way, I see something far deeper than the 3D reality. I see something that goes far beyond that, honey. And I'm telling you, there is a change on the horizon, Queen. There's a new sheriff in town. My twin flame, at least for me. For you guys, perhaps your twin flames. I don't know, but yeah, I just know that this is the motherfucking apocalypse. You either get on board and you realize that this is a spiritual war, or you keep living in ignorance and pretend that like you're the only one that exists. Yeah, so whatever. I'm not doing that anymore. I know that an entire collective exists of starseeds and empaths and really super amazing people who ride unicorns to work. And they get called schizophrenic, they get called insane, they get called demon worshippers, and really, deep down, all they do is love God. So I'm here for those people, and I'm here to protect those people, and that's what my Twinnie Poo does as well. He's so sexy, especially when he tries to be all like, Yeah. Oh, they won't get away with that. Oh, it's so sexy. It's so sexy. Anyway, yeah, so knowing that my future looks better than this shit, it does. It looks way better. It looks way better. The 3D will eventually catch up to my awesomeness. It'll work. Love your self-confidence. Hey, Just Alls, how are you? Hi. I guarantee people in her real world are scared of her, as they should be, Jordan. Thank you so much for being here. Looking beautiful today, Jen. Thanks, Alyssa. How are you, sweetheart? Stop helping people and start helping yourself. Get a job. You be all right. All right, have a good one. I have a job, bitch. She's on crack 24/7. Luckily, nobody gives a shit about you. So let's see. Let's see. I love you. Hi, Sina. How are you? What about your soul twin flame? Yeah. He's great. The one on whom the heart falls looks the happiest. That's cute. Is that a saying? That feels like poetry. I think that is poetry. Because we have the ability to close karma. There it is. Are you doing readings? Not right now, but I mean, I still do readings on live streams. Yeah. Yep, we're out here. Just not very accepted. Aw, Dan the man, you're accepted in my heart. I love you. Hey girl, nice to see you on live. I'm super busy right now. Just wanted to say hi and bless you. Oh, Love and Truth Tarot. I love her so much. I like your eyes. Thank you. I like that you like my eyes. I spend a lot of extra time on my eyes. I look at myself in the mirror right in the eyes and I say, God, damn. That's what I say to myself in my eyeballs. So I put a lot of love into these beauties. Needed that energy. Hello, Daniela. Just scrolling through. Yep, at the peak of my dark night of the soul, I stood at the edge of hell fighting the devil, and I could see the angels flying through the universe. Wow, Dan, that's... Sunglow will join soon. Oh, that's cool. How do you know that? Did she tell you that? Are you guys friends? That's so cool. Dan, I love that. That's actually what my twin flame told me as well. Well, I mean, his was a spiritual war, but he was literally in the astral plane going to war legit with an army of people. And I remember a past life of mine. I was an Asian male war general back in like the samurai days, like the old school shit, like way back with like samurai swords and stuff like that. So for him to tell me, like on the phone the first day we met, this guy told me he remembers 4 of his past lives. I'm sorry. Who are you? Like, will you marry me? Wow. Or are we already married? Perhaps. But anyway, so the future is going to be a lot brighter than the past. And I just wanted to ask you guys for some help if I've ever helped you. And I know I have. I know I've had. I have. My intentions are set to help a lot of starseeds have a very safe space to feel like themselves. And if I've ever helped you guys and you want to return the favor, please know it would help me. Oh my God, so much right now. Babe. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Yeah, it really would. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what God has in store, you know? The universe, God, source, whatever. Like, we are God, but you have to see the 3D matrix conform to you as God. Like, you keep saying things over and over and over again. Okay, wait for it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And that's what I do. I just keep speaking life over myself, and that shit's going to happen. Well, it'll happen if I stop believing the lies of the motherfucking devil. Like, it'll happen if I stop listening to trollish assholes on YouTube who tell me I'm gonna be homeless for the next 50 years. If I stop listening to a-holes who don't pull their head out of their colon, then yeah, I think I'll maybe have a better life going forward. It depends. Am I gonna listen to God or am I gonna listen to the devil? It depends, you know? Fingers crossed. I guess we're all in it together. We'll find out, won't we? Which side wins? I don't fucking know. We're all creating our future right now from the present moment. So, like, I'm pretty happy right now, so I'm assuming I'm listening to God. We'll find out. I don't think the devil puts a smile on my face, Lenny. The devil wants my ass eating dried beans for the next 50 years, impoverished, living on the street. That's what the devil fucking wants, but the devil can fuck himself. So, going forward, the world will know that the collective I read for and channel messages for, like, you are the Holy Spirit. You are literally spirit guides. You are angels on earth. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, you are literally an angel. So yeah, there's that. And I'm totally here for that. I'm totally here to protect you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to hopefully help you see how bad of a bitch you are. Okay, you a boss Zadi. In the spirit world, like, you are a big fucking deal. All right, I don't give a shit what the 3D says. I don't care what this car tells me. I don't care what trolls tell me. I don't care that I'm living at Airbnb. Look, I don't care. I mean, I do care. It's hot out here. But I mean, I don't care in that it doesn't make or break me. It doesn't make me a bad person because I'm homeless. To think so is literally ignorance, and you get that, right? Really? No, I mean that. I mean that. To anyone who judges based on appearance, money, where somebody lives, you get that that's ignorance, right? Do you know how fast your ass is grass in 2.2 seconds if you keep that attitude up? Like, if you keep hurting these innocent people who are just down on their luck because they've been facing some spiritual shit you don't even know about, and you're going to keep projecting onto them that they're somehow, like, diseased, like a leper or something. Like, oh my God, I'd really hate to be you. Well, I mean, I'm not you, and I thank God, but it's like, wow, tell me you have a silver spoon in your mouth without telling me you have a silver spoon in your mouth. Tell me you've never suffered a damn day in your life without telling me you've never suffered. Yeah. So who cares how much money you have, that you work at a Walmart or a gas station? Who cares that you got some curves, honey, with your stretch marks and your curves and edges, all right? Who cares? Who cares? Right? Who cares about the wrinkles? Breasts that at one time used to be a little bit more up north, you know, a little more perky, a little more perky. There's still boobs and they still work. Yeah? So who cares? Right? You got that going for you. You got that confidence, though. You don't need lip filler for that confidence. That is Godfidence. That came to me via God. If God gave it to me, who the fuck's gonna steal it from me? You know what gave me this undying faith in the universe taking care of me every single time? Rock bottom. You should try it. It's real fun. You should try it. You want to know that you're that bad bitch? Go to rock bottom. Otherwise, shut up. Nobody wants to hear you. No. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear you if you don't have a story to tell about how you know that you're God. You're a dime a dozen if you give your power away to every single person, a pastor, your mom, your boss, your politicians. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay? It's a new age, and we're supposed to know that ye are gods. We're supposed to be knowing that we are creating all of it in our mind. And if you can't do that, that's totally fine, but have a fucking seat, honey. Let the real ones lead. Okay? Let the real ones who went to rock bottom lead. Okay? While you just, like, sit in the back pew, honey. Sit there and look pretty. Okay? Don't talk. Let the real ones rise up. The real ones that know a spiritual war is here. The real ones that can see through the veil. The real ones that can see through your bullshit because they've seen through their entire family's bullshit. Yeah? Great. Glad we agree. Have a seat. The first shall be last and the last shall be first, honey. The real ones at rock bottom, the real ones with nothing, they should be the ones leading, in my opinion. The ones that, like, can't even afford a toothbrush because they're so impoverished. The ones that, like, literally live in their car at Walmart. Like, they're the ones that know God. They're the ones that know love. They're the ones that know humility. They should be leading, honestly. They should be the leaders of the new world. That's what I think. Yeah. You may not think that. I don't give a shit what you think. Eckhart Tolle was homeless for a time. Was he? I didn't know that. Do you question the nature of your reality? Only 24/7. Yeah, when it gets summer here, I headed for the mountains and sought God. It was much cooler there. Dan, I love it. I love it. Let's read some of these newer comments. I gotta scroll down. Nice to see you again. You too, babe. What about your soul twin flame? Yeah, no, I love him. Love your confidence. Thank you, thank you. Love the personality. Hey, Ava, how you doing? Hi, Sophie. Hi, guys. Hey, I don't know if you've seen my comment, but I just wanted to say hi and bless you so much. I'm super busy. You're amazing. Oh, thank you for being here. You're so pretty. Sophie, thank you. I like turtles. I like turtles, too. Turtles. I like that. I love the personality. You're great. You did help me. Did I? How? How did I help you? Just alls. How did I help you? I want to know. Do you have Cash App? I do. Information's in the description. Bless your ever-loving heart for even wanting to offer. I love you. Thank you. I will give you money. Oh, what a sweetheart. Thank you, babe. I'm sad. I feel like being in the position you're in is actually almost better because you're getting the life experience and lessons that most are missing. I hope you know what I mean. No, I do. I know what you mean. I wish that this wasn't the case. Like, I wish that... I don't know. I wish that you guys, in order to know how strong you were, I wish that you didn't have to see some of the darkest shit of the fucking planet. Like, I don't know. Getting 1,000 hate comments every single day on my live streams is basically horrible. It's basically torture, and it's basically hell on earth. And then, when you get those psychic attacks, when you're dreaming, my soul gets sent into the astral plane, in the 4D. I astral travel a lot. And then I'm there and I see darkness there too, because people just send that to me. And I wish that that wasn't the case. And I think what's going to be happening soon is that when the divine masculines rise up, there's going to be so much more of a protective nature around the sensitives, psychics, the divine feminine energy. Like, there's just going to be more protection in the physical world. There's already protection if you call on Archangel Michael or you call on like the spirit world, but to actually have in the physical flesh a man standing right next to you to protect in the 3D. Could you even imagine? And it's like, what that will mean is energetically, I will not be taking on all of those hits anymore. Those fuck yous and you're stupid and nobody wants to hear you and all those, they will not, it won't penetrate my aura. It won't stick with me. It can't. It'll bounce off immediately, which means that when I'm also astral traveling now, it's a better experience. There's no more demons or aliens or dark ass shit that like people don't even understand. It won't be like that. It'll be like I can go heal people and people can come to me energetically and I can give them guidance in the dream state. I wasn't able to do that for the longest time because I didn't have a protector. I didn't have an energetic shield. I didn't have someone in the physical world watching out for me till I met my twin recently. It was just, wow. I couldn't even believe how strong he was. I've never in my life met somebody like that. I thought I was the only one, to be honest. And no offense, there are a lot of divine feminines on my channel, but even I don't know your story enough. So I even still thought like, oh yeah, you're gifted. It's great. But like, I didn't think there was anybody as spiritually tested as me until I met him. And I'm like, oh my God, this man knows his shit. Stuff that would terrify most people. And oh God, I was just listening to him talk for hours about this stuff. I was just like, oh my God, keep going. What? Oh my God. So what did you do in the astral plane? And then you met this being. And then what happened with that monster? And then, oh my God, keep going. What? And then that past life. And then that, oh my God, marry me. Like I fell in love with that guy in like seconds. Ugh. Game over, honey. Game over. My ex came back in a dream last night to apologize. And I'm like, okay, no, bye. We can't do that. No. This new one, he's been tested. He's been through the fire. This man has been through the brimstone. He has been just where I've been, being initiated for this entire time. Spiritually, as a mentor, he's had to learn some shit so he could teach people. And I love that. Oh God, I'm so excited. I love him. I love everything about this guy. Yeah, so my future looks hella bright. And I'm just going to keep sharing the good news. I'm just going to keep literally telling you guys good news about everything. People who are like, yeah, it's the gospel, share the good news. But it's like, what good news? There hasn't been good news for so many of us for so fucking long. What good news? But now, good news could be everything. It could be a donation. Good news could be you freaking lose 5 pounds. Good news could be, wow, I have clean drinking water today. I met my soul family. It doesn't matter. Good news is going to spread across the entire planet soon. Just like bad news hit all of us for a very long time. Good news just kind of finds its way to seep in. It just seeps in. A light at the end of the tunnel just starts to present itself. You don't know how it got there. You're not asking questions. You're just like, okay, I accept. Sure. No problem. A light at the end of the tunnel? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll fucking take anything I can get at this point. So when darkness crept up on us, we didn't have any control or power over it. We didn't know psychically what was happening to the planet as it was descending into chaos. It's an age of Aquarius. It's a new age. You're going into the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension. The planet is rising. So we're ascending as a planet. Good news is just all the time, more often, you know? It's just more natural now. Like, it's a natural set point. A natural default is good news, you know? I feel like being in the position you're, yeah. Hello. If God knew that Lucifer would betray, okay, okay, let's move on. I will check it out when I can today. Oh, thank you. Don't do stuff that makes you unhappy. There it is. There it is. Hey, Jonah. Hi. I get why you're mad. Well, I mean, I'm not really mad so much right now. Oh, you mean because my ex showed up? Oh, my ex showed up in the dream. Yeah, he was like, it was the one that I complained about all day yesterday. I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm taking my energy back. Oh, hell yeah. I was like, how dare you? I got you that raise. I got you that promotion. Because I scripted for it. I manifested that man getting a better gig. Not only while we were broken up did he get a better job, but he paid off like all his bills while I was homeless. Paid off like all his debt. And I didn't even get a dime. So yesterday I was like, yeah, okay. We'll see how that goes. So I pulled my energy back. I did some cord cutting. Girl like clockwork. He shows up in my dream. He's like, so we really need to talk. Like this, I want it. I want this. I do want it. I want to help you. I want to protect you. I want to take care of you. Right. That's what I thought. What, like it's hard? All you have to do is call your energy back, ladies. Stop giving people everything. The ones that don't deserve it need to be humbled. The ones that do deserve it need to be exalted. Period. He came over last night. That's awesome. Good job. How is that for good news? I don't know. What was the good news? Hi, Angel. Hello. How are you, Simon? Aw. It sounds like you were the problem. It sounds like, you're right. Of course I was the problem. I'm God of my reality. I've always been the problem, but I will always be the solution. When I overgive to a guy, that is a problem. That is oh shit, what are you doing, Jenna? You're a goddess. So yeah, it's given Jenna was the problem. And now it's given Jenna is the solution. And you know what's really great? In the Bible, it says this. By one man, the whole world is cursed. And by one man, the whole world is saved. I think it's saved. Meaning, the same guy or gal that cursed the entire world is the same one to go save it. El Christos. You, the Christ. You were the one to condemn it. You were the one to create hell on earth for yourself. Now you're the one to create heaven on earth for yourself. You are it. You are Jesus, bitch. You're Jesus. Okay? Contrary to popular belief, let me tell you right now, you are Jesus. That was the whole thing. That's like the whole book of Revelation. You find out who Christ is at the end. It's a great story. Point is, by one woman, my entire world was condemned. I did that shit. I gave way too much to every guy. Oh my God, you're so cute though. You're so cute. Like, call me. Ew. No. Second of all, the impoverished state that I was in, I was speaking death over myself then. No one was thinking those thoughts for me. No one was speaking the words on my lips. Oh, hell no. Me, myself, and I created rock bottom. So me, myself, and I will take myself out of the garbage state that I am in. You understand? Hello, how are you? The empowered Ethan, how you doing? Love you. Thanks for being here, guys. Hi. Hi. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody just sent a donation. Thank you, babe. Sweetheart. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you. Honey, that's more. That's more than you can even imagine, honey. It's the thought that counts anyway. I love you. Oh, you know what? Listen, you know who you are. If you just said that, thank you. I'm not going to say your name because, I don't want to put that out there, but I'm just telling you right now, if more Christians were like you, and I'm not even sure you agree with my message or me, like as I channel, but the fact that you are that sweet and loving, like, I would actually be a Christian if more Christians were like you, is what I'm trying to say. Because I can definitely tell you're very religious, and I'm not. I'm the exact opposite. But if more people said kind things like that, I would probably be a Christian. No joke. I'd probably still go to church. But anyway, that was really sweet. Thank you so much. That was a great message to read as well. I love you, honey. I love you. Thank you. Yeah, so God's got me. God's got me. God's got you. Life is about to be really, really good. Oh, I love it. I love. Hi, I'm new to your channel. Hello, are you? Thank you, Mary. Hello. Calling yourself a goddess is literally a sin. Well, then call me a sinner, because I'm literally a goddess. Call me a sinner. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I just wanted to ask for the support. Your girl could use it at this time. It's kind of a shit situation, but I'm trying my best to be positive. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be like, you know what? Nah, it can change. My fate can change. I've seen it happen before. I've seen things that the 3D world was like, oh no, that is not going to happen, girl. There's no way. And I don't know, somehow it just happens. I don't know. But that's the God I serve, I serve a good God. I serve the living God. I serve the living God that is consciously aware. And when I say shit like, okay, you know what I need, God? Money in my bank account. He's like, speak no more, girl. I got you. Do you want me to also send your favorite song on the radio? Because I'll do that too. What else do you want? That is the God I serve. When I ask, I shall receive. What is it in the Bible? It's like a loving father would not send a snake if you ask for bread. So why would God, if you ask like, hey God, can you please help me be able to, like, I don't know, have a roof over my head? Why would God be like, oh, okay, well, not really. Let's send you Monopoly money. How about instead of money, I just send you like hugs? Well, actually hugs are pretty great and I would accept. I love hugs. But my point is, if you ask for something, you have to assume that you're going to receive it. Otherwise, don't ask because it's redundant. Ask and you shall receive. Oh, you don't believe all that Bible shit, do ya? Yeah, thanks, Jonah. You're taking out, I see you're taking out the trash for me. Thank you so much. You may be going through rough times, but you aren't wearing it. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm not going to. That's what I'm saying. Why would I? Being homeless doesn't make me who I am. I was sexually assaulted a lot. On this spiritual journey, I had literal incubus raping me. And I never even, for like maybe a couple days, let it like determine who I was. Like I got, of course, a little down and depressed and like, wow, it's an invisible thing. So that's even scarier because now there's this invisible thing attacking me in my sleep. And like, that was one thing that I'm looking back now and I'm like, wow, that experience was the worst I've ever had happen to me. And that didn't even affect, that didn't even determine who I am or what I'm about or what I'm worth. Homelessness is pretty bad too. An eviction, that's pretty bad. A lot of these breakups I've gone through publicly, that's pretty bad. But like that violation that occurred, that I think could have been the worst thing for me. It could have really ruined me and made me feel like shame and guilt and a lot of blame and stuff. And it's, no, fuck that. Fuck that fucking little demonic gremlin looking motherfucker. Whatever. I am a bad bitch. I am the light. I am literally God, and nothing will be able to harm me. I am one with the Father, just like Jesus was. You are one with the Father. Nothing is able to harm me now going forward. At that time, it was a lesson. It was horrible, very horrible. But I now get to help so many women who go through the same thing because, well, I hate to say this, but a lot of you have experienced stuff like that. Like in the astral plane, in the fourth dimension, there are a lot of those gremlin looking motherfuckers, and they do stuff like that. ET, extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them, demonic, demons, whatever. It's a thing. It's a thing, and it happens to women. And now I get to help women go through an experience like that and be like, are you kidding me? Fuck that guy. Fuck that agent of the fucking demonic bullshit matrix. You are a goddess. So I love that this stuff did happen to me, because man, what a cool gig. Like, what a cool job. I get to literally teach people how to be badasses in a spiritual war. Like, bitch, tell me that I'm better off at a 9-to-5. I don't fucking think so. First of all, I will never go back to a 9-to-5. I can't. I literally can't. I'm too spiritual for that shit now. I can't go back to a 9-to-5. But, and I don't want to. And why would I want to? I'm God of my reality. I don't want to go work at a 9-to-5. You may want me to, but that's nice. I don't care. I don't know you. I don't want to work at a 9-to-5. I have literally cast out demons out of people. Why would I work at a Target? Do you know what I mean? So I'm okay with the way that people judge, and they say things like, but you're homeless and you're fat and you're stupid and you're ugly. And you're like, okay. Right. Okay. I'm okay with the things that people say about me because I know it's all bullshit, and all they have is their head so far up their arse they can't see anything but their large intestines. They're ignorant. So all of you here, when people tell you, oh, you're crazy, oh, you're schizophrenic, oh, you're bipolar. No, honey, no. You're psychic and you're a bad bitch. That's all it is. You're hella gifted. That's all it is. Congratulations. You're a fucking Power Ranger. Go Power Rangers. I can't help it. I can't help I'm a bad bitch. I can't help it that God sends in bad bitches and good witches to help me. I help you. You help me. It's like a kind of a symbiotic thing. It's like a, I love you and you love me. It's like a nice little thing, you know? The real ones. I work for the real ones. I don't work for the greedy, self-entitled, self-deluded, pompous jerk faces that are on my channel all the time. Like, bitch, get a job. We're not helping you. Honey, here's the thing. I don't ask for help from you. You don't help anybody but your damn self and your mama, because you live in her basement. So there's literally zero I will ever get from you because you don't help anyone ever. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you help humanity with that shit attitude. I doubt it. So there will never be any help coming from you. You're greedy as fuck. Anyway, let's move on. Genuine question. Do you think maybe you're in the position you're in because the universe is guiding you in a different direction? Perhaps. Of fucking course I do. Every day is a different direction for me. I will never be in the past. I will never be what I used to be. We're all going in a different direction. Every day there's something new. Every day there's a curve and a new trajectory and a choice that you have to make. So of course, it gets hard sometimes going through the fire, but surviving the fire, you can understand others is suffering. Exactly. You're such a sweetheart, Mary. I love you, honey. I love you. Thank you, guys. I love you very much. It is hot as hell. What is it out here? Oh, thank you. Thank you. What a sweetheart. Guys. What is this? What is this info? 110 motherfucking degrees. All right, we went to hell. We did. We went to hell. So the people are like, you're leading people to hell. Well, you might be right. It's 110 degrees. I think you're right, babe. I think it's the desert. I think we are like Moses in the fucking desert. Like, there's a promised land, and then there's Egypt, the ego. You can go back, or you could maybe see if maybe I'm right. Maybe there's a promised land. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's a 50-50 shot. Life could get better or life could get worse. Shit, I don't know your life. All I know is I'm going to take God up on his offer when the Holy Spirit world is like, okay, just trust. Just try it. Just try. Just try. Try to just relinquish control and be like, okay, you know what? Whatever. Fine. You win. You win, universe. You always win, God. Like that. You ever have that anger and bitterness in your heart when you're just like, whenever, you always win. Whatever. That's an ego death. Surrendering to the universe like that. Fine, whatever, you win. That is so a thing that I do often. Whenever, you win, whenever. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, fine, you think you got it under control. Bet. Sometimes I challenge God and I'm like, you think you know me so well. You think you got this, huh? All right, well, okay, let's see. Help me fall in love with you, God. Like, show me who you are, God, and that I should fall in love with you. Like, why should you get me? You know? And I know that sounds really pretentious and very conceited, but I'm a goddess. So why should you get me? Right? Like, I don't just willy-nilly work for the divine. I work for the divine because they have proven time and time again that they are who they say they are. So I sometimes challenge God and I'm like, all right, bet. Like, you think you can do this better than I can, me and my ego. All right, try it. Do it. I want to see. You think it's that good. You think that you can do it. You think you know my heart? All right, fine. Let's just see. It's the same way with a guy too. Like, now dating a guy, it would be like, oh, you think you know me? Oh, and you would have to be at this level with me. Like, you'd have to know me at a soul level, or like, I'm not even calling you. Okay. So if now I know my soulmate and he knows my soul and he doesn't try to please me the way the universe does, like, boy, bye. I ain't your mama. You will be pleasing me the same way God does. Okay. And in other ways also, you know what I'm saying? In other ways that God doesn't do. But yeah, like, you will know my soul and I will know your soul. And if you do know how to please me, then you will be doing that. You know? Because like, when you have the bar set this high, like, the universe will be blessing me. So here's the standard. Here is the standard by which you have to come in at, okay? Twin flame or Santa Claus, I don't care who you are. You will be right up here with God. If I went to God to get to me, if I went to God to be this positive, this optimistic, at rock bottom, 2 days away from being in a homeless shelter, I'll tell you right now, I went to God, you go to God. That's it. You're not even going to get to me unless you've gone through God, period. End of story. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your life will be bleak until you have this goddess in your life. Okay. I'm glad we agree. Yeah, so once you can challenge God on that and be like, all right, God, you think you know my heart? You keep saying you do. He's just like, I picture God sometimes as like a computer hacker outside of the matrix with a computer and a keyboard, and he's just like, okay, what does she need? She needs this. Let's do this. I just see God like this, like, bet. I'll do it. Win your heart, Jenna. That pretty thing, your heart? Okay, I'll do it. God wants to win your heart. What the? Man, those cars are genius. Those Waymo cars, those are robotic cars. You know, the automatic cars, the taxis. Wow, they're smart. Anyway, you look like, okay, cool. You sound like you think you're the center of the universe. Correct. I'm glad you're paying attention. This is why you're single. Exactly. Because I will not be settling. I will literally have my soulmate or no one at all. You know what I'm saying? You're not a goddess. Okay, also, you might want to fix that. Because I thought you said you're a goddess. True. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate the help. If you guys do want to help me, just know right now, truly, it would help me so much. And I appreciate everything that you are. Thank you guys for supporting me up to this point. Let me just block and delete a lot of these people. Yeah, horrible though, you don't have a home, literally. Yeah, well, you can email me. How do you contact me? herwitchyvibes@gmail.com if you want. I love you too, Mary. Yeah, herwitchyvibes@gmail.com if you want to send an email. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.